Hello, my name is Hugh Much Jr. Welcome to my account, Naturally Hugh. What this account is for is just to basically vlog my fitness journey. And then also I'll be talking about my thoughts on the fitness industry, take you through various workouts I do, where I learned things from. I'm not some doctor or know it all or anything like that. I have my bachelor in kinesiology, but just really feel like fitness industry needs a little bit of a breath of fresh air. Kind of a tell-all thing. I'm not really gonna hide the bad sides of it. I am natural, hence Naturally Hugh. I promise to always stay natural. I feel like there's a lot of things that need to be talked about in the fitness industry that I, at least personally, haven't seen. Being 24 and growing up in the boom of social media, I don't know about other people, but I feel like just like with girls, men are the same thing. We have unrealistic standards in our heads. For me, being a chubbier kid when I was growing up, a lot of body dysmorphia, I would say. Men obviously deal with a lot of mental health, as do women, but it's a big thing for men. But just they don't talk about it. So I plan on just being honest about everything. I'm gonna do my best to show everyone the best we can do naturally. So we don't have those unreal expectations on our head like I did of looking like, The Rock, Chris Hemsworth, all these people that say that they are natural, but when we grow up, we learn not really achievable unless you something up there. So yeah, let's get to it. Today's back day. It's approximately like 10:30 p.m. My schedule is fucked. I live in Vegas, server on the strip, so we're gonna be doing a lot of late night gym sessions. But yeah, let's get after it. So how I start off my back day, I start off with dynamic warm-ups. I keep the statics towards the end of the workout. But so I start off with leg swings, pretty straightforward. I do 10 facing forward and 10 facing the side for right and left. This is just to open up my hips, hip flexors, external rotators, just because I've had hip tightness before, and deadlift is obviously a compound movement, so it's back, legs, everything. So just trying to get as warm as possible before I start lifting, especially because I am in that strength cycle, so I'm not going to be putting 425 on the bar and not feeling the greatest, going in cold. So I do the leg swings, then I get into hamstrings. So what I'm doing here, so I keep my front leg straight, and then I bend the back leg. It's basically just like scoops. So kick one foot forward, keep it straight, bend the back leg, basically push your hip back and try to touch the ground, or like a sweeping motion. And I do that back and forth, just walk down and back. Now this is basically like the same thing, walking flamingos. Again, I don't want it to be static, so want to keep the blood flowing, want to get the blood flowing. We're not going to sit there and hold it for like 30-45 seconds like you would at the end of a workout. Research has shown that just dynamic stretching is better pre-workout, static stretching is better post-workout. So that's what I'm doing here. Now, I'm not really doing anything in particular, just really trying to just loosen my back up. Now I'm starting to do basically just reaching over my head, trying to stretch my lat out a little bit. All this is just, again, to get my blood flowing. I wouldn't say breaking a sweat, but just starting to get feeling in the mood to work out, really. So yeah, just reaching over my head, trying to get the lats stretched out. Then this is for my traps. So basically, I'm just trying to reach as far forward as possible, trying to get my shoulder blades all the way protracted as possible, and then I retract, try to touch them together, and I feel like it feels pretty good. I don't really have a full breakdown of it, but for me, it works. So now we'll fully get into our deadlifting, starting with 135. I'm a pyramid type of lifter, so obviously I'm starting off light, even though I was stretching and warming up, definitely not ready for the 425. So this is just to get in the rhythm and warmed up for the deadlifts, the big deadlift to come. So I do like 6 to 10 warming up. The higher I go, the more back down to 6 I go. So I go 135, 225, 315, 365, and then my top set of 425. I don't really do a back off set for deadlift. I just haven't. For squat and bench, I've been doing a back off set, but deadlift has always been something where I was more hesitant to do. Injured myself in high school. I just felt something twist and pop when I was doing the typical football max out day. So just wasn't the biggest fan of deadlift for a long time. But then I found the Australian strength coach on Instagram, and he is the strength coach of Thor Bjornsson, strongest man in the world for deadlift, the 510 kilo deadlift that he did. So I was following him. He does a lot of content on deadlift, and I think he's a great follow for everything. He's a great strength coach, and tweaked my form after watching him, and now I do it all pain-free. I definitely think it's good to spotlight good content creators, and I definitely think he is one of the best ones on Instagram, especially for strength content. But so I am trying to get every rep to look like how I want my 425, my top set, to look. So how Sebastian broke it down. So standing, feet shoulder width, then stand up tall. You bring your rib cage down to your hip, flexing, arms relaxed. Then you bend down. Again, arms just straight. I'm not like trying to keep my back straight when I'm bending down. I'm just bending over, grab the bar, and then I move my hips down just until my shins touch the bar, and then that's where I'm pulling from. And then from there, you retract your shoulders, trying to bring them to your pelvis. And then he also says to bring your head to the ceiling. So I really learned to deadlift again by watching him. So definitely just wanted to highlight that. This isn't something I did on my own. I feel like it's should give kudos to the people that teach you. And I don't really wear a belt until my top set. I try not to on really anything for squat and deadlift. Trying to build my bracing and my core. For deadlift, I don't use straps until my top set because I'm trying to build my grip. I've always struggled with grip, so I try not to use any of that until I actually need it. So again, here just trying to brace fully, and again doing it this way that I learned from the Australian strength coach. And it's all been pain-free even when I don't use the belt, so it's been great. I definitely recommend checking them out. I'll link them in the description, and yeah. So this is where I pull out all of my equipment. I don't use much in anything. I bench just straight up. I squat with a belt. I deadlift with a belt and straps. I used to use the ones where you would wrap it around the bar a couple times and then you cover it with your hand. I don't know, I just felt like it would come undone sometimes. So I just decided to do away with that. And again, watching Thor Bjornsson, the best deadlifter in the world, I saw him using straps like this, so you wrap it around your wrist and then you wrap it around the bar, then you wrap it around your wrist again, you're done. And it's not going anywhere. I personally just find myself looking at the people who do it best. So if I'm trying to be a great sprinter, I'm not just gonna look on Instagram and see whatever influencer is saying what. I'm looking at Usain Bolt. What does he do? I just try to learn from the best, really. So I feel like that's a big benefit of 2026 now. We have access to all these people, really. They're making all this content online. So yeah, that's where I decided to switch straps from. Everything is preference. There's no one shoe fits all in the fitness industry. It doesn't matter about programs or what. Just like I wouldn't be training like Thor Bjornsson exactly, but you learn from different people, you try different things, and then you see what sticks for you, because everyone has different ways to do things, different genetics, their body responds to different things. So yeah, but I found that these straps are really good. I like them, but obviously if you like the wrap around the bar, if you like to use no straps, you like to just use chalk, whatever you want to do. But this is just what I found to be effective. And then now we are doing our 6. So felt pretty good for the first few reps. The last rep felt very, very, very forced. Not the greatest, but did it again with no pain, so I'm glad I did it. Now we are getting into T-bar rows. Again, sorry, we're just now learning to film and wasn't the greatest tripod. So some of the setups aren't the greatest, but work with me. So this is the first video where we try to get through it. I just want to post it just to get the ball rolling. Next one, I swear there will be some better camera angles. But so here I'm doing T-bar row. I haven't seen this machine at any of the EOSs I go to until this new one popped up. It's definitely humbler. I could hardly do a 45 on each side for like 6. It was really, really hard. But on the regular T-bar, I'm doing like 2 plates in a 25 or sometimes up to 3 plates. Yeah, very hard. So again here, just doing 6s. So kind of like the warm-up, trying to get my shoulder blades fully protracted at the bottom, trying to get that full stretch. I really like the feel of a full stretch, and that is what is effective. And then fully retracting at the top, just a typical row. And now, so since I'm in my strength cycle, not really hypertrophy at the moment, I'm just trying to push my compound movements up. So I'm doing 6s for mostly everything, just to progressively overload all of my lifts, really. So there are times though where I'm like, well, I definitely feel like I get a little bit more work in. I don't really, not really I don't feel it, but I feel like I could do more. So on the T-bar row, for example, I did my 3 sets of 6, but I was like, you know what? I still got some juice left in the tank. I feel like I want to feel it more in my upper back. So I decided to do a drop set or a back off set. I try to keep it controlled always, of course. But I feel like when I go straight into back off set or the drop sets, I'm able to really just focus on trying to feel it in that targeted area, instead of just doing 18 reps of the T-bar row. Wanted to just get some more work in. I feel like I get a bigger stretch with this and really just focus on it more. So now I'm on to lat pull down. I personally love the mag grip. I feel like I can pull more with the mag grip, and I don't really feel it as much in my biceps, because obviously they're agonist muscles. So you're pulling with your back, you're also pulling with your bicep. But I feel like when I use the mag grip, I feel it way more in just my lats. I feel like I could just drive my elbows down to my hips better when I use the mag grip. Again, here doing the 3x6, so some of the reps are a bit higher than the others. Then I drop it down again this set so I could get a bit more range of motion. But so trying to get the full stretch at the top, and then get about to my chin, and that's about it. So we are sticking on the lat pull down machine for our next exercise, but this time we're doing it for biceps. So it's basically the exact same setup for chin up. Like, my arms are straight above my head, not going wide, neutral, but palms facing me, and I am just focusing on curling the bar. I'm trying not to use my back at all, just my muscle connection, just really focusing on my biceps. Might be using back just a little bit at the bottom where we're fully getting it down, but I personally hate doing arms, I'm not gonna lie. So especially biceps, I hate biceps. So 2 muscles in your biceps, and there's not much variation you can do. I get so bored with it. So I found this exercise, and I really like it, and I feel like I get a really good stretch with it. But yeah, I hate biceps because all you can do are variations of curls. It is so boring to me. So doing the hammer curls, doing just regular bicep curls or easy curls, it's just boring. And again, a big part of lifting is the mental component. So it's just keeping things fresh, just like I've personal trained before. Not everyone wants to do the same workout for a year. You know what I mean? They want to switch things up. So there are many different exercise variations for basically everything. So that's one I found to be effective and makes more interested to do biceps. Then we get into the easy curl variation. So just doing preacher curls, but I do a single arm just to keep it everything balanced. I start off with my left. It's funny though, because since I am a server on the strip, I hold my trays with my left, and when I do the eVolt scan at EOS, it says I have more muscle mass in my left, even though that's my non-dominant hand. So I still start with it. To me, it's always the weaker side, given I'm right dominant for hand and foot. I use it for writing. It's just my dominant hand, so I always start with the weak side, make sure I could do the weight and the reps, and then say the goal is like 8, and then my left side can only do 6. Well, so is my right side. I'm not going to be doing 8 on one, 6 on the other. So yeah, that's why I always start with my left. And again, these preacher curls would be 3 sets of 6. And then I do some forced reps at the end, just to, again, a little bit more work. So I finish off back days sometimes if I'm feeling a bit more energetic, like I still got some left in the tank. With the back finisher, I just do bent over rows on the Smith machine. I pull out the straps because I'm fried. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be there. My grip is not holding up as great as the beginning, so throw on the straps just to make it a little bit easier for myself, because again, I'm doing this back finisher because I feel like I want to feel it a bit more. I want a little bit more work in my upper back, so I'm not really trying to work my grip right now. So just to completely take my forearms out of it, I throw on the straps, and then yeah, we're just doing bent over rows.
Oh. And that's that for first workout on the channel. I felt alright. I was happy that I went and got the 6 for the 425, but I haven't looked back at it yet, but I know the last rep was very forced, and form wasn't the greatest. I could tell that by when I picked up my head. But we did it. Still feeling good. Sore. Not sore, but feeling everything right now. Not in a bad way, but yeah, let's keep going. Let's get big.